Yes, my pretty girl.
9, 10, 11.
Sammy, sweetie, don't get your dress dirty.
Sam, honey, you don't want to mess with that. Let's put him down.
Samantha, this project has gotten out of control.
Whoa, hey, careful with that. Why don't you hand that to your brother?
Our words can have a huge impact. Isn't it time we told her she's pretty brilliant too? Encourage her love of science and technology and inspire her to change the world.
Hi everyone, my name is Ellie Marino and I'm talking today about the lack of women in STEM and the stigma that women can't be in science or math. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics and encapsulates the entirety of scientific and mathematical careers. Women only make up 48% of the workforce, and of that 48%, only 24% are in STEM. In STEM jobs, women only make 92 cents to every man's dollar, a large number considering the fact that men and women perform similar tasks and jobs. This is due to the age-old stereotype that perhaps women are not as smart as men, and that there is a strong discouragement to little girls to love science, as they are too small and delicate. We see this at Marist, where last year there were no girls in AP Physics, and this year there are only 2. This underrepresentation is a large problem and a prevalent problem in this 21st century. This is an injustice in our society because it is a deliberate underrepresentation based on gender and not academic capability or proclivity. This affects all women who are attempting to get in a STEM field, such as women aspiring to be physicists, doctors, or engineers. This is also a moral violation in the Church's eyes because it violates human dignity by humiliating and shaming women for their gender, and only their gender. Eternal law and New Testament law are both being violated since those laws mandate that we love one another. By preventing women from being in STEM, love is not being shown towards all God's children, and the industry is not being its sister's keepers. Natural law is also being violated since it goes against human reason to discriminate in a workforce just based off gender and not academic proclivity. The object of this action is keeping women out of STEM careers or teaching young girls not to love science just because they're girls. The intention is keeping women from STEM because they aren't as smart as men or they're too delicate for hard science and math. The circumstances of this action are the sudden surge in scientific and mathematical careers that we see in the 21st century. The bosses and managers of STEM field jobs who are deliberately not hiring women know what they are doing is wrong. Only 13% of U.S. engineers are women. There's a reason for that. This reason is social sin. Women are not being accepted in STEM careers because it's traditional and a societal norm that women stay in the home and not in labs. This is the problem. Along with this sin, the vice here is pride. Many traditions uphold that men should be in science and women should be at the home. Breaking this stereotype hurts the pride of many that still believe in this tradition. In this scenario, fortitude is the virtue that is needed, since this virtue means strength and courage to make the right decision in a hard situation. Many must make the right decision, even if it breaks tradition, societal norms, and even female expectations. None of Jesus' teachings spoke about this issue, and the magisterium has never directly addressed the problem. However, the magisterium has advocated for the equality of genders, since we are all God's children, and there is no difference in the eyes of our Father, a principle that should be upheld in not only this situation, but any situations regarding the lack of women in a certain field. So, how can we fix this issue? There's a relatively simple solution. We must teach little girls that it's okay and accepted for them to love science and math. If they want to go outside and look at bugs, learn why the earth spins, solve fractions, or even build a rocket, let them. The same goes for young boys. Teach them that both girls and boys can love math and science, and break the stereotypic tradition that only boys can succeed in these fields, and that only boys can uphold STEM careers. We must promote the fact that women are as smart as men. By keeping young girls from exploring their abilities, we only further the stigma and further the separation between men and women in the workforce. Not only does keeping women out of STEM careers violate human dignity and God's law, but it violates the basic principles of humanity and must be imminently changed. This isn't a problem we can fix immediately, but it is a problem that we must all work together to fix. So, join the fight for equal representation and end gender inequality. We must prove that women can do everything that men can do, and that, just as the video shown at the beginning demonstrated, teach women to love science so they can inspire a change in the world. Thank you for watching.